Arcane Season 2, Episode 6 is here, and if it holds true, every third episode is a mind blower. Here we go. I don't even know what's about to happen, but I do know this. If you want the fully unedited versions of every episode we do of Arcane, go to Patreon. The VIP tier is where we keep those. YouTube gets releases every Wednesday and Saturday until Arcane is done. It's a shortened version of the actual reaction, so it doesn't get blocked. The full reaction is over on Patreon. It is worth it. It's a great way to support a channel, and it's also a great way to get extra content because we have other series over there. The Last of Us, we're starting Avatar, The Last Airbender, and more to come. And guess who picks what I react to? The VIP tiers. If you want a say-so, hop over there and check it out because it's a cool place. We also have album reactions on there. But today, it is Arcane. Title of this is The Message Hidden Within the Pattern. Too complicated for me. All I know is I'm still basking in the joy and adoration of seeing Vander with Vi and Powder, aka Jinx. I say that because that's who he knows her as. And it's so cool to see all three of them hugging together. Isha over there off to the side. And then you had the whole issue with Mel and her supposed brother who wasn't really him. And you've got Ambessa over there. I just want to see all of this come together in a big happy conclusion. But that's me as a mental health professional. I want everybody to feel good. I want this to be a happy ending. Am I fooling myself? Without further ado, I think I'm fooling myself. But I don't care. I could still dream happy dreams. Let's get it.
I see it now.
He did get him. Oh no.
That isn't Jace. There is another will at work within him.
This is going like extraterrestrial. This is going beyond Tom, like in my middle-aged regular dude's mind thinking. You're going to realize I'm not young at 55 years old, but I try to stay young as I can. And so sometimes technology and looking at some of these films and series and videos, it's like I have to put my mind in a new space to picture this. But this is now Sky, who he just completely evaporated with that power of touching, to me, that gem. Excuse all of my language for not being appropriate. I'm trying my best to describe it in Tom language. So she just evaporated. Now Victor's so young looking. Sky is there. Sallow's there. And Jace comes in, beats Sallow down, I guess kind of kills him. He's bleeding on the ground. And Victor is like, that's not Jace. Like, that's not him. He's become somebody else. But Victor is almost like this non-person anymore. He's this entity. He's floating out there somewhere and Sky's with him. Almost like us Christians would say with heaven, you know, we go to heaven and we're with God and we're with all the other spirits and souls. It's that whole picture I'm just putting in my mind, the way they've laid it out. And Victor is the Almighty. He's the entity that is the creator of this and therefore the one that they all get their source of strength from. And also youth. Everybody who goes through this and touches this, I think, becomes more youthful and more healed. But he saw him. Where was it? There. That's Sallow on the ground bleeding. Like he's dead. And Victor, Jace is like, I think in despair, like, what do I do at this point? So what is Victor going to do?
I thought I heard something just before the portal closed. Ancient, like...
This is a sophisticated conjuration. Exquisite chaos.
Noxus prizes strength above all else, defining it by 3 core principles. Vision, the top of the triangle, charting a course and having the wisdom to navigate it. This form is your base, child.
It's a little bit like a 12-step program, you know. God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Oh, wow. How about that? It's Balloon Fest time here at Reaction Therapy while we watch Arcane. It's give me a gift of acceptance that life is life and there are some things I can't change, but courage to change the things I can do, the things that I can actually have a difference in, the courage to be able to go out and do it, and the wisdom to know the difference between the things I can change and the things I can't. It's so similar in this lineup of how she just said that this is the way we live. You got to have courage, you got to have vision, you got to have wisdom, all those pieces.
Too much force exposes you to risk.
Indeed, shadows in your heart. This is the truth of combat.
I've tracked him to Zone.
Let's hunt a beast.
Oh, here we go. What is about to happen? So they're going to hunt the beast, which is Vander. Caitlin's now on the force of Noxus, I guess. I don't know if they're joining forces, Noxus and Piltover. But she's being trained by Ambessa, which is all about kill or be killed and take power and have force to be able to dominate so that you can create peace. That's like peace through dominance. There are parts of what she says I appreciate with Ambessa, and there are parts that are like unyielding. So she's training Caitlin to be, a killer in a way to me.
Vi, I hoped you might return.
You filthy traitor.
Uh-oh.
Yes, this is a place of peace.
Jinx. Wow, they're gonna surrender. Just keeping that though. Did Isha go over and get that little crystal thing out of that deal? Because she saw Jinx go and take that out of the gun, which makes the gun kind of useless compared to what it can do. But that glove was, because it's power glove, right? Extra power is glowing because of one of those crystals. I think Isha went over and found the crystal out of that glove and pocketed it just like her mentor Jinx did.
The Herald's vision.
Even Vander gets triggered just from sounds. That was a sound. Remember we talked about PTSD and talk about trauma from the past. Gets triggered by a sight, a sound, a smell, touching something, just a core memory that comes up through anything that through those senses. And he hears that and it's instantly like fight. Wow, because of what he's been through. It is Victor.
We hear you can heal people.
He's created this sanctuary place of healing, of hope, of wellness, of peace, where people don't hurt each other. There's no weapons. We try to help each other and give to each other. And he heals people. He's like the God-like person that comes out of there, and there's his dwelling place. Oh my goodness, how this is painted. Heal him. Bring Vander back. Oh wow, brought him to his knees.
Victor, you once told me all systems have limits.
He is worth the risk. Vander's psyche is deeply entangled with that of the beast.
How did you know his name?
I saw your father. His dream of your family and vision of Zone as it could have been, it was
wow.
Beautiful.
Can you help him?
I will do all in my power.
And interesting how Vi is the one here that's like, what can we do? This is more the big sister coming back in. That's, what can we do to help him? I believe that's him. He's there. And if we can do anything we can to help him, we will take the risk. Jinx is more like, I don't really trust all this voodoo stuff. I don't think this is like really real. And we're wasting our time here. But that's the part of Jinx that has grown up, I think, so traumatized and so abandoned that she doesn't trust anybody or anything. So everybody's always either out to get her or take advantage of the system or her or something. So I think she's just, prove it to me, but this is not real. And Isha's just being a little child over there helping give him something to drink or take care of him. But it does show here to me that Jinx is not trusting. There's a little bit of the immaturity piece for her of like, this seems ridiculous. This seems bogus. And Vi is a little bit more mature where she's like, let's keep a level head here and see if there's a way that he can do this.
However, I have one condition.
Looks like you got a couple.
You have much to offer this commune, Powder.
Oh! It's such an awe-inspiring, powerful entity he is. He knows everything. Altruistic, giving, knowledgeable, all-knowing. Just how he turns to her with her those smart aleck responses, which is it's the immaturity piece in her. Where she just doesn't let any defenses down and always, anyway, it's I love her, but it is the frustration of like, Powder. When he says that, she's like triggered back. How in the world, number one, did you know that was me? And then it's almost a shocking, scary trigger. And he's like, you have a lot to offer the world. You notice how he takes this? This is a good part of therapy with somebody like Jinx. You take the parts that are potential growth areas for her or strengths and say, you have all of this to offer, rather than the way that you've been doing it self-destructively. I just want you to know that. I see that in you, and that's something that a lot of people don't see in her. They just see destruction.
What do you think?
You actually want my opinion? I hate fortune cookies.
This is exhausting for me with Jinx. But maybe it's because I've had so many different clients just like Jinx, and it's a marathon, not a sprint. It's a long-term process. Like, Jinx, please just work with me here. We can get a whole lot further together than we will separately. And I think what Vi is saying is, tell me what you think. This is your dad too. How do we go about this? I want to know your opinion. And she's like, you actually want to know? And then she makes another smart comment that just, it pushes people away. I understand it, but it's like, at some point we have to give in.
We're gonna get you out of there, Vander.
She's determined. We're all creatures. Who am I? Look in the mirror. Do you see what I see? When you look at yourself, does everybody else see what you see? Very often not. Very often we think less of ourselves than other people see. And very often we feel sad, we feel hurt, we feel let down, we feel depressed, we feel angry, we feel whatever against ourselves as we look in the mirror. Sometimes I tell my clients, I want you to see yourself as I see you. Like, I see you for your potential, what you're capable of, who you can be, not for your past, not for what you're going through now. I want to keep the vision on that. I don't want to pretend life's going to be amazing, and I don't want to forget your past. I just want you to have a little bit of glimpse into who you can be and what your potential is, along with the dark and ugly side that's there. Sees Vander. There's Vander. Did you see that? He goes dark enough through all the ugly and sees Vander on the other side, and then looks through almost that eye hole to see Vander. He sees the whole past. What's so sad for me in all of this is looking at what an incredible life they had before this. What parents, what family. Vander's there to take care of them while the mom and dad are gone. They're measuring their height on the door the way I've done with my two boys as they grew up. They're chasing each other around. They're eating grapes and having snacks and making soup. And being the family that I would want every child to be able to have. And all of that gets stripped away. And they have nothing but pain, nothing but loss, nothing but abandonment, and unnecessary. And here's Vi sitting at the gravestone, I think reliving all of those memories, missing her mom and dad, and never getting the full experience of life that she deserved, to grow up with parents who actually cared about her. And this is the worst part for her, because she's all alone in this, just praying that Vander can come back. Because I think after a while, you just need to be loved. You just need to be cared for. You just need your parent back, who is Vander at this point with everything she's been through.
Do you remember them? I remember Mom's smell the most.
Oh, Jinx,
Axel
poor
Grace.
thing.
Underground utopia run by a skinny tin machine Harold. Maybe when Piltover slides into the sun.
What if we stayed? Help them out?
We?
Still so hard for Jinx to think that Vi really wants to be with her. I think Vi's way past that after everything she saw with Jinx and Isha in the tunnels there, and saw how Jinx was now, and she's not Powder, and she's grown up. She's her own person now. She's past all of the power plays. She's just like, why can't we be together? Why can't we just be a family? I'm really endeared to Vi at this point, more than anything. Jinx, I think, is just a classic teenager in this moment of negativity and everything, just protecting herself. She's just trying to make sure that I don't want to be let down again. I don't want to hope for something and then have myself get let down. But she's like, we?
No weapons. I'm afraid the Herald insists.
What's Ambessa gonna do? Oh boy.
If I may.
Ready our forces for tonight. I should like to meet this Herald.
Your power is finite, diminished by every use.
I've been expecting you, Doctor.
Oh wow.
Victor.
Knowledge is a paradox. The more one understands, the more one realizes the vastness of his ignorance. And what you're suggesting would destroy him. And for what? Conquest? The greed of warmongers?
You must survive, Victor.
Do you believe in fate, Doctor? Our paths carved before us. Evolution has a destination. Not the combat nature, but the superseded, the final, glorious evolution. But he isn't a specimen. He's a man.
There
And
you
he
go.
needs my help. I will not sacrifice his humanity for your cause.
Oh wow.
You may leave.
You are not coming in to take him.
Very well.
Singe is a traitor, man. He's turned into a bad dude with Ambessa, trying to just kind of look out for himself. I think, honestly, Singe is looking out for his daughter. He's trying to bring her back, and the only way to bring her back is through something like Warwick here, Vander. And isn't it interesting how he came in and he said, you noticed it, don't you, that your power is finite. Every use you have of it, you lose a little bit of your power. So different than God would be, which would be infinite, his is finite. But it's like he's willing to give up the power that he has in himself for Vander, because he's not a specimen. He's a man. I love how he said that. And Singed is warning him, you know, they're going to come in and they're going to come after you. And if you die, everything and everybody in here follows your path, and they die too. Oh my goodness! She did what Ambessa did. It makes me wonder, did Caitlin see that it was Vi and she was going to stop her from going in so she didn't get killed? Was she protective of Vi? On the job, I see. Just right back at where you are, working for the demon there, Ambessa. There's a part of Vi that's just lost her fight. She's like, I don't want to sit here and fight like this anymore. I'm tired of fighting. I don't want to do this. You can just see it in the energy of her face, that there's a part of her that's just not She's just not wanting to do the same thing anymore. And Caitlin is revved up even more.
Who's out there?
We tracked some sort of new chem weapon down here. A bloodthirsty, murderous beast. What are you doing here?
Trying to save my dad.
Victor believes he can save the man inside the beast.
Yes?
It's Vi.
She took her in?
So much for happy reunions.
Well done, Caitlin.
Why do I feel like there's some kind of trick going on here? Why do I feel like they got back together and conspired and Caitlin's like, I don't like any of this either, especially hearing that now that's your dad. So let me help you. I feel like there's something set up here and they're both going to team against everybody else in the room. Because to me, Singed is not a threat. And the big dude and Abessa are the threats. But I'm really wondering what's going on here. Oh, he's leaving. Ah, now there's just one threat. Maybe not. Oh, the blood. They're going to drip the blood so that he smells it and heads that way.
Ever since you dropped into my life, it's like I put on glasses. Except I can't tell whether everything's blurry or clear.
But she's describing, what I thought life was like is not what it's like. So I can't tell whether now, since you've been in my life, things are more clear or if things are blurry. In other words, if things are blurry, I'm distracted from the way that it used to be, and I need to get more clear on that and stay focused on that track. If it's more clear since you've been in my life, this is my priority. This is my purpose. This is what matters, is this time and relationship with you. So I can't tell which one it is. And then she slips right into a joke and is going to tell something about, I guess, them.
Walk into a weird cult. And here comes the punchline.
You cause too many complications.
Yeah, you get in the way. You mix up
Caitlin
Caitlin's
must
head,
not
too.
be distracted.
Yep. Got to keep her focused.
Don't worry. She's not distracted.
And the third?
Just shut the fuck up.
The fissures are blocked by
I can't believe how good this is. They're going to come together and they're going to destroy this mother. Going after Singed.
Hope I was worth your time.
Not so bad. See that look of Jace and just how ragged he is, how beat down he is, just fighting life, fighting against the pressure instead of going with it and seeing the hope and healing that's possible. That's what it looks like to me. And finally, it's like surrender. This is like a 12-step program. When you finally surrender and you say, I'm done. I've lost control of my life. I'm powerless over this, and I need a greater power to be able to take over. Hard to step in there. Trust the process.
I sent me. I'm going to get you out of here.
Anbessa believed in you.
Oh no. Come on, Jinx! Not her. No, no!
Don't touch my daughter.
Way to go, Vander! Oh my goodness! He's there! He's there. Oh, it's Jinx. Oh no. Caitlin and Jinx. So everyone there who had the power through Victor of healing and youth, and hope and everything dies as Jace kills that power. Did he kill Victor, or did he just zap the power out of everything so there's nothing left and darkness has fallen over the entire land? Everybody's dying. They don't have it because they never had that connection with Victor, never got that anointing or touching, so to speak, with the energy inside them. But boy, Vander was getting it. Gasping their last breath. What's going to happen to Vander?
Vander.
He's crying.
The message hidden within the pattern. The reason for our failures in the commune. That which inspires us to our greatest good is also the cause of our greatest evil.
I don't even know what to say. I had to let the whole rest of that thing play out because of how impactful that final scene was. There were so many parts to that final scene. I mean, the reality that Vander is Warwick again, and he cannot control the fact that, once Jace destroyed the power inside of that place Victor was, that he became the beast again and there was no stopping him, and he was a killing machine. And the girls see that and are grief stricken, and Vi and Jinx lose their dad again. This is the third time they've lost their dad, and they're in the middle of seeing that, coupled with Ambessa coming in with all of her troops and tried to take over and get the beast, coupled with Isha being able to see her mom-like figure in Jinx, suffering there on the ground, helpless, not able to do anything, and heartbroken at the same time. And remembers she has that crystal gem thing, and that the gun is over there, and runs over through everybody, slides in, gets the gun, does the pew thing just like Jinx has taught her. And to me, does what neither Vi nor Jinx could ever do, which is to kill that beast because it's no longer Vander. To kill that beast to stop all of this from happening and to stop everybody from being destroyed. And she lays down on the ground And she goes and looks her head up right at him over top of her and fires that gun, which I don't know what's about to happen. I don't know what that did. I was assuming that it destroyed Warwick. The fact that Isha did that, I think for Jinx and for her loyalty and for protecting her and wanting to be there, wanting to be just like Powder used to be. She was trying to be just like Powder used to be. I want to save the day. I want to be able to create something that helps everybody save the day. And I'm hoping it did. But it's just like Victor said, our greatest strength is also our greatest weakness. The love, the hate, the compassion, the anger, the joy, the sadness. There's so much that goes into our human quality that we actually undo ourselves. We are our own worst enemy at times and make things worse because of who we are. And Vi and Jinx so badly don't want that to happen. But I think above all, I don't think Jinx wanted Isha to have to be the one to pull that trigger or the one to be put in that position. Because as a mom or as a caregiver to her, it's the last thing she wanted her to have to do. And I don't even know what to say. I don't know where Victor is, what happened with him in the end. I don't know what the deal is with Jace. Everything's blown apart. Everybody's died there. And the music's beautiful, but it's so perfect for the moment. I am leaning on your comments and insight to what happened here. Don't forget, if you want the entire unedited version of these episodes, please go to Patreon. I implore you, it is a great place to be. The VIP tier is where it's at. YouTube gets releases every Monday and Wednesday for Arcane until the series is done. And it's a shortened version. It's probably half of the actual full episode. Please go check out Patreon when you get a chance. The VIP tier, it is worth it. We have other series going on too. The Last of Us, we're starting Avatar, The Last Airbender. We've got more coming. And the VIP tier, members get to pick what we do next. So it's a pretty cool place with chat rooms included for each of the shows that we're doing. So it's a lot of fun. And mental health is what matters. It's what we focus on. It's what I focus on. And there's so much to talk about. I feel like I should do a live stream or a Zoom call with everybody about Arcane and what's happened here. 3 episodes left. I have no idea what's left. I'm spent. I'm exhausted. I've got nothing left in the tank. I don't know how I can move forward with this, but at this point, we're too deep in. We have to keep going. Thank you for watching. Leave your comments. Let me know what you think. And remember, mental health matters. We'll see you on the next Reaction Therapy.